So here we are. Welcome to another edition, the Sesh Don't Stop. With myself here, we got Lynchy, Jack Lynch,
What's
MC
happening,
Lynchy. How you doing, man? How's things been? Good? Good?
I'll go chilling.
Good, yeah. So, yeah, I see, basically I've seen you've been doing a lot lately. You've been doing bits and pieces here with a few different DJs in Limerick. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so just recently kind of picked back up getting into the whole MCing side of things, really. I was kind of quiet here and there more so. Got more into kind of the drill kind of scene for a while and rap.
Yeah.
I was doing a few drill bits, few rap bits. They're up on YouTube. But then kind of went quiet then again for myself. I was just working normal 9 to 5, man. And kind of picked back up the MC, and then it was DJ Flynn. He's actually from Galway himself.
Right.
So he went viral for a couple of tunes in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
So he touched base with me and he said, do you want to jump on and we'll make our own kind of tune? So I made a track with him called Shine. It's kind of a McKenna dance kind of genre.
Yeah.
And to date, I think it's clocked 1.5 million on SoundCloud. So I was doing pretty well, alright.
Insane numbers, yeah.
Just kind of dropped back in and doing the gigs. Did one out in the stables in UL in Limerick for Rag Week, and most recently did Dolan's then in Limerick again. That was a good old venue now. So
yeah. Dolan's is a good venue actually.
Yeah.
I think it's underrated. People in Waterford, you might not know, but Dolan's it's along like the quayside, isn't it?
Yeah, just
like
on the dock road.
Yeah, I did a couple of gigs there, drum and bass gigs there back in the day. Pure class venue, and they really look after you there as well. So tell me a little bit more about the drill, because we got the top-notch driller across the country. Is known, I would think, as Ink.
Yeah.
What do you think of Ink?
So I actually spoke to him. I kind of got my inspiration from him
originally.
I suppose because you had the UK genres of drill and you have the Chicago kind of Chief Keef side of things, and then Ink was a different kind of twist on drill.
Yeah.
It is an Irish twist. I think his style of drill is way different to the UK kind of.
Yeah. He's really representing. Like big up Ink, by 100%. The way. Big up.
He's a top-notch bloke, now, to be fair.
And
I sent him a few of my tracks, a few of the drill tracks, and he was feeling them.
Yeah.
So that was my result at the end of the day. Then.
Right. Okay. Well, I know Ink personally as well. So good. Is he someone now you'd like to collab with at some stage?
Definitely, yeah.
I think that would blow.
Yeah.
Absolutely
100%,
blow.
100%.
So, talking of collabs, at the moment we've got this collab coming through, guys. I don't know if you heard, but we're going to have our man Lynchy here from Limerick on board with McPat Flynn from here in Waterford. Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. You know what I mean? So, like and subscribe. You'll hear everything here first. So, let's take it back. Let's take it back a few years.
Rewind.
Back in the day, the two of ye had like an ongoing, I don't know, it was like a feud between two people.
Yeah.
It was insane, you know what I mean? I think so many people were getting reeled into this and dragged into it, and it was just, the two of ye were going, I think you were in a school uniform at one stage?
Yeah, 6th year.
So this is how far back it goes, but I feel now like you've grown up, and tell me a little bit more about back in the day. How did it all start for you?
I suppose it was immaturity to start off with, being a young fella, like. But I used to do a bit of MCing from 12, 13 years of age, but never really significantly good at it, like, if you get me.
Right.
But I was just cracking on one day. I kind of got known in school, in secondary school, because I used to do talent shows, etc. And I won one or two of them, like, so.
Right.
Not blowing my own horn, but one of the lads then that was, you could say, a follower of my music at the time, he just clocked me one day at the bus stop and was like, "Hi, go on, blast out an MC." He had a Bluetooth speaker inside in his hand.
Yeah.
So I was shitting it, like, I was at the bus stop and there was crowds of people around me, and I was like, I've never actually, like, I'd done it in front of the school, but I was like, this is the general public, like.
Yeah, this was like, I don't, if you haven't seen this, look it up. How would they look it up? Was it Lynchy at the
if you just look up MC Lynchy, it just comes up the bus stops. The first video that comes up.
It actually this thing went completely viral across the whole country. It went on the paper as well, did it? Something?
Yeah, so some German guy ended up sharing it, and he legally owns a brothel over in Germany, funnily enough.
Oh, right.
And he ended up getting, an English guy shared it originally and it got 24 mil in 24 hours, and then but this German guy shared it, he had a larger platform obviously, and it got 56 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which
is insane numbers.
Papers then just started coming through, and they were looking, it was the rivalry with me and Pat Flynn, because it was like Limerick Slim Shady versus Irish Super Talent and all this. And Irish Independent, it was in the Limerick Leader, the Limerick Post, all that.
Yeah.
But like that was mad publicity for us, because even after, like, despite that he'd already been viral for getting your knees, and then my little video, then that kind of like put us on our way. But I think once it hit the papers and like there was online articles about it,
Yeah.
it fucking blew up, man.
Yeah. So this track here now that we're doing, we're actually recording a track. We've just recorded a track, and trust me, this thing is pure and utter fire. It's gonna blow big time. You have to hear this, people. You have to hear it. So as it is, with yourself and Pat, you've never actually met. So you had kind of like, you know, the old Irish banter back and forward by text and so on, and the little, you know, little kind of disses thrown back and forward. And so tell me, how, from all that happening, how did this completely turn around and the two of you guys wanted to knock on a track?
If I remember correctly, it was about 2 years ago. I can remember we got speaking with each other, I think it was just general conversation, man. And then he'd said to me, he was like, would you have any interest of doing a possible collab in the future? And he had a little remix at the time. It was a remix of The Wish You Were Mine. It was actually a drill version of the song, kind of a drilly beat. And that was actually savage, but I think our lives or whatever, we just had different shit going on, not problems or issues like, but just different responsibilities at the time. So it kind of went on hold for a while, but we got back in touch recently, and he was like, look, I have a track there, there's a space on a verse. If you're willing to be game ball, he goes, I think personally, with everything before, it would go down well, like, so I just straight away, I didn't even have to think about it, no brainer. I was like, yeah, just let me down.
Nice one. And how are you feeling about your verse? Is it something like it? To be honest, to me it sounds very good. Your verse is very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you think? I was a bit skeptical at it at the start, because before I had actually like properly put anything down, I was kind of thinking like, oh, what approach does he want on the song, etc. and all this. And then he said it to me. He was like, look, there's no filter on the song. Like, it's just go balls deep, like, in it, whatever. So once I kind of started pinning it together, I was kind of like listening to his first verse just to kind of catch the same kind of theme and vibe, if you want to call it that. Like, so I think the more I started going over it, the more confident I was getting in it. Because at the start I was like, no, that doesn't sound right, or this and that, and then I was kind of panicky, thinking, oh no, I'll get rid of this and try again. But I think it came together nicely now in the end. Yeah. Are you able to maybe throw out a couple of lyrics there for the freestyle or after verse? Well, it's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with. 2 seconds. No, I do have them off the top of my head. It's like you can grab your phone if you want. Where do we have it? We have it here. I'll give them a little sneak peek. We need the phones. We use the phones, guys. You know what I mean? We're getting older. You know what I mean? I'm known for freestyling, and I'm gonna be like, see, he does write everything down. But we give it a little. So it's stop resisting, you're gonna get tasered. Show me the stash and the keys to the safe, kid. Beaming, blasting straps, packing the laser. If you try get back, ask getting a ray, cause it's straight fast, cause you best back up. Or we're coming through the back door all masked up. Late night graphs on just for the laugh you up. Step into my mind, I'm a tap one. And it's not that 5-0, it's Lynchy, Pat, Flynn, that's my bro. We're all blacked out on the rival. Got the bang for the boom in the pipe, bro. Nice. Nice. I won't give away the rest of it to you. You'll have to go like, subscribe, and tune in and catch it. This is gonna bang. This track is gonna bang. You're gonna hear it here first. Coming straight out of Sesh. The Sesh don't stop. Remember that. Never. Anyway, so like basically you're a headline name in Limerick. In the MC. So are there any other MCs out there that up and coming that are following in your footsteps that are, you know, really doing big things? Maybe that the listeners can view. Yeah, there's definitely there's a lot of talent in Limerick, definitely. There's a young lad that's out the north side of the city, Quaveen Ranson. He's more on the MC side. Limerick has a lot of rap. It's more rap based than MC. Now MC is a big massive culture in Limerick, but in terms of like artists, you'd find more rap artists than actual MCs. But an MC in Limerick to definitely keep an eye out for would be Quaveen Ranson. MC Ranson, he's on YouTube. He actually had a video up with Ben Williams. Ben Williams is a TikToker, kind of a young fella TikToker, but he caught Quaveen Ranson when he was down in Limerick and did a little freestyle, and it went on YouTube and blew up viral. But definitely big ups to Quaveen, 100% keep it going. And he's only a young fella too, he's only 15 years of age. So big up MC Ranson. Maybe we'll get you here in a seat when we get to these levels here. They'll be rocking.
So looking towards the future like, with this collab, do you see anything else down the line for yourself and Pat as in a collab kind of thing?
Well, definitely, I'd be game ball to definitely do a few bits with them further in the future. I suppose not even to pave a way for ourselves as a unit, but definitely what we could get off the back of collabs together.
Yeah, like the interest that you get from it, because obviously in Ireland, like there are big MC names, and definitely without doubt yourself and Pat are up there with the best of them.
Yeah, like even when it comes to like one thing I kind of always found funny was that it's a lot harder to progress in Ireland than it is abroad. So like especially with the MC scene and the rap gig scene when you're doing like tours and a lot of that, like I find it's like for an artist themselves trying to get somewhere, it's a lot of grafting in Ireland. Whereas you could do like a little snippet of a video, thing blows up, and then next thing you're getting calls from club owners over in Spain or the UK, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. Done and dusted.
And it is the kind of thing where it's like a big fish in a little pond. Yeah. So as it is in comparison to the UK, where we've got the likes of, you got Dizzy Rascal, you've got Skepta, you've got serious MCs, Wiley, and so on. I find the amount it's the amount of people, like in London, like there's a shitload of people in London compared to Ireland. So it's like there's a smaller group to take from.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like to get fans from. So if you like this type of MC, you might not like other kinds of music, and it just makes it a smaller selection of people to get the fan base from. So and that's just the way it is. So, but for me, on a level, that means once you're at a level like yourself, it's elevated. Do you know what I mean?
You
elevate you. You've got the platform. The elevation is there, and it's not something that can be sniffed at. So you need to understand where you are in this. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not down here anymore. Do you know what I mean? You're at a level, and you just have to continue and sustain that.
Definitely. I suppose one thing with that as well is consistency. That's one thing I've learned over the last few years, is that you need to keep consistent with your work. Because like people have days where they could have days, weeks, months where they have like writer's block, or they could be going through their own shit, but definitely always kind of keep busy with it, because you'd be surprised what you can come up with in that time. Or like you might have a little moment where you might have an idea and it sounds crazy, but if you keep consistent with it, don't not try everything.
So if there's another MC, you mentioned the guy earlier, but if there's other MCs out there, not only in Limerick but across Ireland, what advice would you give them, apart from being consistent? What else can they do to maybe go viral, or to aspire to what you're doing?
I suppose, without sounding cringy and too textbook, practice makes perfect. That's one thing, practice makes perfect, because I remember when I was sat in a fucking bedroom and it was, my name is Jack and what's the crack? If you give me cheek, then I'll give you a smack. You've got nice ass and you've got nice rack. And then like such a simple generic rhyming, rack, hat, cat, rat, mat. And it was just all kind of simplicity. But one thing, I suppose, English was my strong side in school, the subject. So
you're the same as myself. Maths, no.
I'm doing no good luck with that.
History, no. Geography, no.
I always used to, my nana passed away when I was very young, so I used to actually do poetry. I used to write poems and stuff for her. So I suppose that kind of got me into the rhyming side of it. But just being big into music and just always kind of messing about, and one or two of my mates told me that I had a knack for it. They were like, you're actually good. Like, they were like, didn't think you had that in you. So that was a bit of a confidence booster. But if you have the confidence to even sit in your room and do it by yourself, you're going to sit there and you're going to keep going. And I think everyone has that little bit of like an instinct or like a sense in them where they can sniff out if they're any bit good. Because like I know, like I still sit at home and criticize myself, saying like, you're nothing special, like you're.
But this is it. You see, you'll always be your own biggest critic. Do you know what I mean? If anyone's to sit there and say, oh, useless and this and that, and it's like, nobody out there is going to be with you all the time. Do you know what I mean? You're on your own, and it's like, if you can't get your mind around being able to big yourself up, you know what I mean? It's no one else can do that for you.
That's a fact.
Do you know what I mean? So that's that's something as well. It's a mental thing as well, where you have to kind of control your mind. Therefore, you can control your own destiny.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you can proceed then and get further with
That's
what
it.
you're doing.
That's it.
But not to take away from what you've done so far. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where would you like to see yourself? And the reason I ask you this is, lots of artists, say for instance, like yourself, like underground, like we got to look at it. Like I'm MC, like you're an underground artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So am I. So is all these people and so on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like Pat and it's underground. It's not kind.
You wouldn't
it's
really
not,
call it mainstream.
Yeah, it's not mainstream. It's not always going on the radio. You won't always hear it. Like you know.
Exactly.
So for me, would you like to be? Would you like to go mainstream? Would you like to, be on the radio every week?
I suppose, right, from past experience, it's not a sellout kind of thing, but I'd rather not go mainstream too early. I think it's maybe a possibility, but just from my own experience, rushing into trying to be too mainstream, like you have the likes of myself, Pat, who've underground MCs who keep it raw, it's filthy. A lot of it can be radio friendly, but I'd rather be, say, big ups DJ Moke, but on RT2FM, DJ Moke, he does like a little segment where he plays like Irish rap artists, he plays R&B.
DJ Moke, we want to hear more from artists across Ireland.
That's it.
Not only Dublin, I'm talking to you personally, DJ Moke, not only Dublin. You've got artists all around the country. Right?
Limerick, Galway, even fucking Sligo.
Waterford. You need to look out. I'll talk to you directly about this at another stage. Love it or hate it is the truth. The stuff they're doing is focusing on Dublin artists. Yeah, there's a lot of artists there, but reach out. The country is a big place. There's lots to fish from. Do you know what I mean? So
definitely. But like as I was saying, he plays a lot more the raw side. I know you were saying like it is kind of focused on the Dublin artists mainly. But I'd rather appear on like those kind of segments rather than be like not cheesy but mainstream and you're getting continuous radio friendly play because it's all radio friendly.
Yeah.
Like the last tune that I did for the record deal was Spotlight it's called. It did alright, but that was like Spinsa West down in Limerick. It was #1 for 7 weeks on that, and JD Sports play it up to this day.
Yeah.
But it's like it still gets that attention, but it never actually went anywhere. If that makes sense, it just kind of stayed there. People knew about the song, but it wasn't like anything special. So I kind of found like the mainstream had people thinking like, oh, he's gone from MCing, rapping, and now he's doing like radio friendly stuff. That's not him.
Okay, so what about this, right? DJ Moke, right? How about this track that we're putting out here? We want to hear that on the station. We want to hear that. We
100%.
want to get the boys in. We want to get the boys into the studio, and I'm sure we're going to get comments down below here where people will agree and say, yeah, we want this, right?
Yeah.
So look, that's just what it is now. You know what I mean? There's no running away from it now. There's no running away from it.
Definitely, with the headlines I think this tune's going to make. Listen, you could be the first man to interview it when it comes out. Watch
this space. So we kind of skipped. We sidetracked a little bit there. We were talking about 5 years down the line.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Is it music? Is music your
definitely
it's your mission?
Definitely want to stick with it. I've had like an underlying, I wouldn't say talent, but I've had an underlying like insight into the whole producing. I used to be kind of doing the bits and pieces when I was a teenager, but I definitely kind of want to get more into the line of producing myself as well, on the music side of things, because even with the rapping or the MCing, I still want to be doing gigs in 5 years' time, whether like it's something that makes me happy. It could be a local GA disco or it could be a fucking festival. As long as I see people getting a buzz from what I do and they're having a good time, I'm happy as Larry.
Have you done any festivals?
No, I suppose the kind of closest I came to the festival was with Flynn, for the rag week. It was kind of the students, but it was 2,800 people, but nothing major. I've done one gig years ago whenever it went viral, over in Santa Pod in the UK. it was like, they call it the fast show, so it's just all car heads, but it's like a massive turnout. It's an old abandoned airstrip, and they had a fucking huge turnout for, man. I'd say it was 10k plus people, like. Just like, and you had like the race, you would drag races, and then you'd like this big top tent with like fire breathers and dancers, and they had like a little stage then, and they had like a bunch of like D&B MCs on it and fucking garage and shit. But they had myself.
So you breathed your own little bit of fire as well. Is it on the
back in the day.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I think it was 2015. Yeah, it was literally fresh off the video. But I did my little piece, and they had another guy. MC Stally, his name was Ricky Stally, and he was on Britain's Got Talent, I'd say 10 years ago, if not more, maybe.
Right.
And then they actually had Wiley as well, so Wiley was there too, which was
Big up Wiley.
big up to Wiley. So that was mad. But then off the back of that little event, so I think that was the largest crowd I'd done, which was like for the place that we had, I'd say it was probably 6,000 people. That was like, that was just so surreal at the time, and I can remember like I just didn't want to look at like the amount of people. Because I'd get like, not cocky, but like when I see the more people having a good buzz, like I'll start getting confident and I'll pull out mad shit, like, because all of my sets that I've ever done, like I've never had anything prepared from. I just go with like the songs and just wing it.
And what was the response like then? What was the response?
It was good. So like I got enough, like, so say like the first row of people, I'll always count back if like the first 5 rows or like first like lines of people are buzzing. I was like, that's good enough for me. Like the back of the crowd could be dead, like off on their own, where like, but everyone actually liked it, because I switched up from doing like, I was mainly doing like deep house kind of MCing. And all like the UK heads are mad into their drum and bass and that kind of stuff, but I'd already kind of done little tastes of that, so I whipped out a few drum and bass songs, and that turned them up.
That was it. Apart from this track then that you've got going on with Pat, have you got anything else lined up down the line?
So recently enough, actually, I don't know if you've heard of him, MC Innes. He's a UK MC from Bradford.
Right.
What
is the story with Bradford? Bradford is kicking it.
Yeah.
Bradford is if I wanted to be anywhere else in the world, don't tell me
BD4.
Hollywood, don't tell me LA. I want to go to Bradford. That's all the madheads are. It's hopping there. I've got actually my producer who does my tracks. He's from Bradford as well, and it's kicking there, man.
Yeah, man.
Ambler Beats Productions. Ambler Productions, check him out. He's absolutely fire.
Yeah.
More coming on the way. But
nice.
Bradford, yes.
Yeah, man, fucking, he has a big name over in Limerick. Like a lot of places, like he has traction over in Ireland, MC Innes. I'd say he's probably maybe late 20s as well. Not much older than me, but back in the day he would have collabed with MC Rainer. And you had the likes of MC Chippy, if anyone knows him, Yo, in the back of my car, what goes on in the back of the car. Got your girl in the back of the car, and I took off her knickers, I took off her bra. Yeah. He did that was a tune back in the day, man. But you had Chippy, the likes of MC Rainer, Innes, but he held like a little TikTok live competition recently, so you had like different rappers and MCs, and they battled it out in like battle boxes, and I took part in it, so I won the very first segment, so I've a track lined up with him then.
Yeah.
Soon coming this year, yeah.
That'd be super.
Keep an eye out for that.
Is that going to be next year, like 2024?
Yeah, it'll be coming into early 2024.
Yeah. So look out for that one, lads.
Yeah.
What's the
Lynchy and MC Innes. That's going to be coming soon. Definitely, that's gonna be an interesting one as well. So.
Yeah. So to bring it right around again, this track that the two boys are doing, there's going to be a video. We're hoping to film the video in Limerick, actually.
Yeah.
So. You said you've got a couple of
we got all the boys ready to get out the equipment. Big up Pat Casey for the S3, the golf R's and the Serrans. But I suppose like that, if this goes out before the video is shot, anyone who is interested to take part, just to turn up, have fun on the day, etc. You don't have to have a nice car. You don't have to have a fucking pit bull with a gold collar. If you want to take part and show a bit of support and love, you're more than welcome.
Lovely stuff. So that's about it. Look, Lynchy, it's been an absolute pleasure.
100%,
All right,
100%.
let's do this.
Pleasure. Keep
Big
it
up.
man.
The sesh don't stop.
Never stops.
That's it, man.
Nice one, brother.
Nice one.